Most people think that local strawberries are just a summer treat. And sure, they do taste delicious on a hot summer day, but a University of Guelph researcher is now working on a plan to make these tasty local varieties available to consumers all year round. Strawberries usually only flower during cool, short days, which limits the Ontario season to just a few weeks. But Professor Adam Dale has successfully been breeding day-neutral strawberries, which grow from May to October in Ontario. And he's now getting together with a breeder in Florida to create hybrid day-neutral strawberries, which would be able to grow in both Florida's season and Ontario's.
We find that Florida markets in our marketplace during the winter when we're not producing strawberries. So it's a totally non-competitive situation, ideal for cooperation. The other thing is Florida's a lot closer. You can drive from Florida to Toronto in 24 hours. It takes at least 2 days in a truck from California. So even in the winter, the berries will be fresher.
Ontario and Florida not only have different seasons, but drastically different climates.
It's a tricky situation because we need to have varieties that are winter hardy, so we have to try them over the winters in Ontario, and we need to grow them in Florida where they adapted to the short days of winter. And of course we're looking for fruit quality and that wonderful Ontario flavour that we can keep so that the general public in Ontario get those beautiful flavours that they're used to.
Dale has created a genetic breeding plan that includes crossing 4 different groups of strawberries to make hybrids: an Ontario variety grown in Ontario, an Ontario variety grown in Florida, a Florida variety grown in Ontario, and a Florida variety grown in Florida.
We will be making hybrids, and then we take the hybrids and self them so that we have inbred lines. And we'll do the same with the inbred lines with alternative generations in Florida and Ontario. And we've been collecting the seed off as we go, and so we can get 2 generations a year.
Eventually, Dale hopes to establish a strawberry variety with consistent genetics that will be grown in Ontario from May to October and grown in Florida from November to March. Although they won't be grown locally during the winter months, this genetically local variety will still benefit Ontario strawberry lovers and farmers all year round.
They get fresh strawberries, fresh strawberries locally grown throughout the summer, and in the winter we can bring the same varieties in from Florida. We can give the consumer that same beautiful flavour year-round. And then it gives the growers, it keeps agriculture in Ontario, and I think that's important. It keeps the dollars in Ontario rather than shipping them out to California.
Dale says that the next step in his research is to get the plants genetically uniform and then figure out a way to produce the millions of seeds needed so that farmers can grow enough berries to satisfy the taste buds of Ontario consumers. From the University of Guelph Simcoe Research Station, I'm Caitlin Pierre reporting for Spark Air.